The desert winds of the Arabian Peninsula met the Sahel sun of Burkina Faso on August 27, 2025, in a symbolic moment that could mark the beginning of a new economic partnership between Africa and the Middle East. In Ouagadougou, Captain Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso, welcomed Abdulsalam bin Mohammad al-Murshidi, the president of the Sovereign Wealth Fund of the Sultanate of Oman, along with a high-level delegation. Their mission was clear: to explore and seize investment opportunities in Burkina Faso, particularly in the mining, agriculture, and other key sectors of the Burkinabe economy. Before we dive into the details of this remarkable meeting, let me remind you to take a moment to like this video. By doing so, you help the YouTube algorithm recommend it to many more people who care about Africa's transformation and global partnerships. Your support helps us bring stories like this to a wider audience and strengthen the voice of Africa on the digital stage. Now let us take a closer look at why this meeting matters, what it means for Burkina Faso, what Oman stands to gain, and how this partnership could reshape the future of Africa's engagement with the Middle East. The Sultanate of Oman is not just any Gulf nation. It is a country strategically located along the Arabian Sea, controlling important maritime trade routes and historically known for its role in global commerce dating back centuries. With its sovereign wealth fund, Oman has built up financial strength, investing billions of dollars worldwide in infrastructure, energy, and industrial projects. Today, Oman is looking at Africa as the next frontier for sustainable investment. The decision to send Abdulsalam bin Mohammad al-Murshidi and his team to Burkina Faso is a clear sign that the Sahel nation has captured the attention of global investors despite the challenges it faces. For Burkina Faso, this visit could not have come at a better time. The country is navigating a difficult period marked by security threats, economic pressures, and the ongoing search for partners that respect its sovereignty and aspirations for development. Unlike traditional partnerships with Western nations, which often come with heavy conditions and political strings attached, Oman represents a different approach, one based on trade, investment, and mutual benefit. This aligns well with Captain Ibrahim Traore's vision of diversifying Burkina Faso's alliances and building strong South-South cooperation. During the meeting in Ouagadougou, both sides discussed concrete areas of collaboration. Mining was at the top of the agenda, and for good reason. Burkina Faso is rich in gold, zinc, and other minerals. These resources are critical not only for the local economy, but also for global industries, from technology to jewelry. Omani investment could bring in capital, technology, and expertise to help modernize the mining sector, making it more productive and sustainable. At the same time, the revenue generated could boost Burkina Faso's development projects, from schools and hospitals to roads and energy infrastructure. Agriculture was another key sector under discussion. With its vast arable land and determined farming communities, Burkina Faso has long been considered an agricultural hub in West Africa. However, productivity has often been limited by outdated techniques, poor irrigation, and limited access to international markets. Oman, with its experience in modern irrigation systems and agribusiness, could help Burkina Faso unlock its agricultural potential. Imagine Burkinabe mangoes, cotton, and sesame seeds being exported not only across Africa but also to Middle Eastern markets, strengthening trade ties and boosting farmers' incomes. But the conversation did not stop at mining and agriculture. Abdulsalam bin Mohammad al-Murshidi also mentioned other sectors, leaving room for a wide range of opportunities, from renewable energy and manufacturing to logistics and trade infrastructure. This broad vision reflects Oman's understanding that Africa's future lies in diversification, not just reliance on raw materials. By investing in multiple sectors, Oman could become a long-term partner in Burkina Faso's journey toward economic sovereignty. At the conclusion of the meeting, the Omani delegation emphasized their commitment to signing additional agreements in the near future. This is more than symbolic talk. It signals a roadmap toward deeper cooperation. Trade exchanges are also expected to increase, with Oman potentially serving as a gateway for Burkina Faso products into the Gulf region, while Burkina Faso opens its doors to Omani goods and expertise. Beyond economics, the meeting carried strong diplomatic significance. Abdulsalam bin Mohammad al-Murshidi conveyed the greetings of His Highness, the King of Oman, to President Ibrahim Traoré. Such gestures of respect strengthen political ties and lay the foundation for long-term state-to-state cooperation. In international diplomacy, small gestures often pave the way for major strategic alliances. This exchange of greetings underscored the seriousness of Oman's interest in Burkina Faso. For many observers, this new partnership is part of a larger shift taking place across Africa. Countries like Burkina Faso are no longer limiting themselves to traditional Western allies. They are looking east, toward Asia and the Middle East, for new forms of cooperation. The Omani initiative is a reflection of this trend. It mirrors the growing presence of countries like Turkey, China, and the United Arab Emirates in Africa. However, Oman's approach is distinguished by its emphasis on quiet diplomacy and economic cooperation without heavy-handed political interference. For the people of Burkina Faso, this partnership could translate into tangible benefits. If managed transparently and wisely, Omani investments could create jobs, transfer technology, and open new markets for local producers. It could also help stabilize the economy by reducing reliance on Western aid and loans. This fits into the broader vision of African self-reliance and sovereignty, a theme that Captain Ibrahim Traoré has consistently emphasized in his leadership. But challenges remain. Partnerships are only as strong as their implementation. Burkina Faso will need to ensure that agreements are not one-sided and that its people truly benefit from the investments. Transparency, good governance, and accountability will be key. Oman, on its part, will need to show that its engagement goes beyond profit by investing in long-term projects that uplift communities and strengthen local capacity. If these conditions are met, this meeting in Ouagadougou could mark the beginning of a new chapter in African-Middle Eastern relations. It could inspire other nations in the Sahel and across Africa to explore similar partnerships, moving the continent closer to the dream of economic independence and Pan-African solidarity. This moment also carries symbolic weight. At a time when many Western governments are scaling back their presence in the Sahel, countries like Oman are stepping forward. This could redefine the geopolitical map of the region, turning it into a space where African nations negotiate on equal footing with diverse global partners. The world is watching. The Omani delegation's visit is not just a bilateral affair between Ouagadougou and Muscat. It is a signal that Africa is rising and that global powers must pay attention. The partnership between Burkina Faso and Oman could become a model for how Africa engages with the rest of the world, based on respect, mutual interest, and a shared vision for progress. As viewers, you too are part of this journey. By staying informed and supporting platforms that tell Africa's stories, you help shape the narrative of our continent. Once again, don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe so that YouTube recommends it to more people who need to hear these stories. The voice of Africa deserves to be amplified, and together we can make that happen. The August 27th meeting in Ouagadougou between Captain Ibrahim Traoré and Abdulsalam bin Mohammad al-Murshidi was more than a diplomatic courtesy. It was a strategic encounter that could reshape Burkina Faso's economic future and strengthen Africa's ties with the Middle East. It highlighted the potential for investment in mining, agriculture, and other key sectors, while laying the foundation for expanded trade exchanges. It carried a message of friendship from the King of Oman to the people of Burkina Faso and signaled a shift toward a multipolar world where Africa chooses its partners on its own terms. The future will tell how this partnership evolves. But one thing is clear: Africa is no longer a passive player on the world stage. It is actively shaping its destiny, building alliances, and seizing opportunities. Burkina Faso's engagement with Oman is a reminder that the continent's story is one of resilience, ambition, and transformation. And this story is just beginning.